Today's video is a little bit different to my normal ones, because today I will be talking about dating. And don't get me wrong, I will not provide you some different dating tips or cruel dating ideas. I suck at dating. I am pretty bad at it. I don't have a girlfriend, which is why I'm not the best person to listen to in terms of how to date. I can tell you quite a bit about how people behave towards each other and how people interact with each other, but dating is a little world for itself. Today I will be talking about a part of dating which is talking to women, which is a big part of dating for men. I don't have any lesbian experience, which is why I will be talking mostly about men perspective and about how society thinks men shall interact with women, because I think it is quite annoying how society thinks it shall work. But more about that in a moment. Obviously, before we begin, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various opinions about different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Let's go! In earlier days of our grandparents, and also still in some countries, it was completely okay and normal to go on the street and then meet a person and talk to that person, although you didn't know that or haven't known that person prior to this moment. Nowadays, due to different societal decisions, it is not as easy anymore. Overall, in my personal opinion, society thinks if you are a man, don't talk to women that don't know you. Point. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are or whatnot. Please don't talk to women. Obviously, handsome men get a pass more often than ugly men, but overall there's this whole idea: if you are talking to a woman that you don't know on the street or in the bar or in the fitness studio, you are a disgusting crazy person. You are probably some pervert or whatnot. You are waiting for a bus and there's a person next to you. Don't talk to that person. That person doesn't want to do anything with you. Don't talk to it, don't ignore completely. You are sitting in a bar, having a couple of drinks, you see a woman across the bar and you think, oh, maybe I shall try something. No, don't talk to that woman, especially because alcohol is involved, and alcohol is overall the big topic in terms of after alcohol, somehow people are not responsible for their decisions anymore. It's a topic for a different video, but alcohol is somehow a very strange topic in terms of what does it allow and what does it not allow for people to do. Technically, it wouldn't be a problem if women would just approach and say something like, give me your number, or I find you handsome, do you want to talk with me, or whatnot. But gender roles are still existing, and please don't tell me that we are fighting them, because in terms of dating, no. In terms of dating, we don't fight gender norms. They are existing and people are rather fighting for their, let's behold them. As it was since long period of time, men are hunters in this case, and men shall be in an active position. Men shall approach and do the risky stuff. Maybe being called a pervert, or maybe being called like a really asshole, or being called an awful person. And a woman is a princess in a castle, which is allowed to decide who will approach the castle and who will not approach the castle. It is obviously oversimplification, but that's how it kinda is and feels on a lot of occasions. And the worst part is, the longer you wait, the worse your dating outcome becomes. Because during school time you have a lot of different classes, you have a lot of interactions with different people. If you go to high school or university or whatever, you can have some hobbies, you can meet with other people, you can have a lot of interactions, but then you are starting at your job place, and maybe you will not even change your job throughout your whole life, which means that amount of new people that come into your life is reduced to almost 0 per year. Because you don't meet new people. How can you find new people and bring them into your life if you don't interact with some new people, if you don't go to parties of your colleagues and then you meet different people there and then go to parties of them? It doesn't work like that. at some point, your opportunities and possibilities are saturated because you met everybody whom you could meet without changing of pretty much big part of your life. Which means you need to look somewhere outside. You need to look outside of your bubble, outside of your friendship groups, which means either you risk with a lot of stuff, sometimes less, sometimes more, and go on the streets, to the bars, whatever locations, or you go on Tinder and don't have luck there, because overall men have rather small luck on Tinder in comparison to women. It is kind of statistics. And it sucks. It sucks. You kind of just go throughout your life, and if you weren't lucky to find your destined one during your young years until 25, your life will become more and more difficult in terms of your family prospects or in terms of your dating prospects. Or you are really charismatic or you are handsome. Or these are two opportunities that will kind of work. In conclusion, I will tell you one thing which I will probably cover again in some video later, but now I will tell you I am scared of approaching women. I'm not really scared in terms of I will be kicked or whatnot. I'm generally a more or less nice person, and I always try to choose right words and also to kind of perform a little bit and be a nice being overall as a human being. But I am a white man, 1 meter 86 centimeter, and I'm kind of big. I have a long beard and a lot of hair. I have a Russian accent, so yes, I'm maybe not the most interesting partner, which is why I am scared of approaching a woman and not only taking an L, no, I'm not interested. It's more about what comes after that L, for example, or how could you, or you pervert. I don't want to be claimed like that. In my previous video I told you already that I think way too much about stuff like that, and I don't want to make my life more difficult. And if we connect that with the fact that I do want to have a girlfriend, I do want to create a family with a person, I do want to have children, it becomes difficult. I am not teen anymore. I can say that I'm old, I'm only 27, but I'm not a teen anymore, and I slowly but surely understood that amount of new people that come into my life is really low. I know a lot of friends of my friends, and from them it somehow didn't work up until now, which is why I'm thinking, what can I change? Because I don't want to approach women on the streets. I would like to approach some women in my fitness studio, but I will not do that either, because the society thinks that it is evil. And from time to time there are some documentaries that come in public media, and somehow men are depicted worse and worse each time. And don't get me wrong, there are bad men. There are a lot of bad men, predators and whatnot. But when I see reaction of some women to these videos, I think I shall not interact with women. And I understand on my conscious level that these people who interact with these documentaries are minority. They don't represent the whole group, and overall there's no one representation of the whole female group. But unconsciously it is more what about exactly that freaking person with whom I wanted to talk is like that? It will hurt them. Yes, it's strange and difficult. That's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Except for that, I see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.